Okay, so here we are with Jasmine Crockett, another politician here in the United States, and we're going to do a mini peek, kind of a look, as you will, a tiny, tiny, tiny look into her astronumerology. So, starting with Jasmine Felicia Crockett, born March 29th, 1981. Her life path is a 33-6. 33 is a master number, which means she's going to teach us a lot about communication. And I think she already has done that. And relationships, domestic relationships, particularly. And I think she's actually doing that. Her attitude is 5, and the 5 is one of travel and fun and energy, but can be a little bit crass and sassy and um, like freedom and want to do whatever it takes to maintain their sense of freedom. So that's the interesting attitude that she has in combination with that 33. So that 33 explains why you're always seeing these little memes of things that she says and people are like attracted to it. 3 is the communication number, right? And she has that double communication energy. And so she just says things because her mind thinks in that rhythmic pattern. And so it teaches other people how to debate, how to communicate on the highs and lows, right? High vibes and low vibration. So that's the short thing about her. I can get into a whole lot of other things that's in her chart, but it's not necessary. Um, so the purpose of this video is to look at the response to the death doula energy, and based on a video that one of my other friends made, and see what the potential outcome is as far as her life. Is there true jeopardy of her being poo-pooed, you know. So I look at other things and I don't put all that into this video because if I have time, I look at some other things just if I'm curious. But I did look at how she makes her money because I want to just see, how that's tied into what she's doing. Because although right now she's 44, which is a master number, not in traditional numerology, but in Fryson astronumerology. 44 is a master number of bringing another sense of monetary gains. And so she's in a year of monetary gains through her hardworking efforts, right? So I looked at where she would get money, how she would get money, because that how you make your money is often tied to how you have your death. They literally have two of the same houses in common. So there's a link there. So looking at how she makes her money, one, she is able to research extremely well, extremely perceptive. So and it looks like apparently she spends time at the beach or by water or something like that when she's doing her research and getting her data, gathering her data. She has a serene location, which allows her mind to absorb the information with that water energy. Y'all got to follow me for that information later. Then she has the scales of justice in her bread and butter Kona, which is made of 4 different places. So the scales of justice is what law, government. She's in law, government, but it's tied to Venus, and being tied to Venus is dealing with pleasure and amusement and also being an advisor. So she definitely brings a lot of pleasure and amusement as she's working this law through the research that she has done. And she has these quick little jabs that she gives at people. And it's in a funny way to most people, right? Not everybody, but to most people. And then this would take place in an aggressive contest and a battle. She would be in argumentative situations in her place of employment. Lawyer, government, arguing, right? The thing is, she has street smarts and she is destined to have victory over her enemies in an argument, which means she is really adept at and skilled at it to where most people cannot best her in an argument, right? They're not prepared. She's extremely prepared for every argument that she enters. And here's the other things. The last house says she will work with the government, dealing with old concepts and old men, and she will be revealing secrets. And her workplace will be filled with emotional tension. And most of the time, she will work with in inaccessible places, so places that require extra security. And what does she do? She serves as an advisor in a government building, meaning, she's working in the government. She has argumentative debates, and she does bring amusement, and she balances the scales on one side versus the other side, because the other side seems to have a lot of people who can talk and get their point across. This side now has somebody else who can do that as well. And that's in line with what she does right now. So that's the bulk of where her money will be made in these roles. So it's not like where some people have other things that they do, like they also go into fashion and this kind of stuff. She might do other things, but all of her real wealth will be tied to this job. Okay. And then the death dealer side of it, because I checked this because of what my friend specifically said. So the energy that she has is that one, she has a secret enemy, that, and two, her death will come more than likely in a home or in a court of law or a charitable institution, so a dignified place. And her death will come with something dealing with her heart. So either she could be, die in her sleep, or something like that. But it will definitely, it will be heart related. So she could be anything with the heart, anything to cause the heart to stop. It can be a lot of things dealing with that. But the first thing that comes up is to definitely be in the home. The second thing that comes up is that it could be in a court of law or a charitable institution or someplace like that, like at a speaking engagement at a university or something to that effect. However, she does not have the that other explosive energy that I normally see with people who are assassinated. I don't see that energy. Like when I say like open, like somebody shoots somebody, the kind of assassination, which everybody knows for sure that's what happened. We know there's a lot of assassinations that take place that are made to look like other things. So her death doesn't look like one of those big spectacles in front of all these different people to where they're like, yeah, for sure, this person did this, da 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 da. It looked like it could be part of something else, like a casualty of something else, or made to look like that. So nothing fantastic as far as over the top. And now I say that, and then there's one other thing in her chart about the explosive energy that I mentioned, and it's literally in the bedroom area. So definitely at home, if somebody did something to her, it would be like at her house. So that's what's in her chart. Um, the next one that I'm going to do is a little mini case study. So, all right, see you on the next one.